upcoming first-person shooter for the Xbox 360, PC, and PlayStation 3 where you can control time. You can slow, stop, or reverse the flow of time whenever you'd like during the gameplay experience. Ultimately, it's about time travel, 24 levels of single-player experience, multiplayer where you can actually manipulate time. What else isn't to like? Saber Interactive, the developer on the game, has been so busy over the last 4 years working on this game. We've come so close to the finish line before, and then ultimately we made a decision about focus on the quality. So rather than rushing something out, we sat down and refactored the whole game. In the last year, we've actually changed from keyframe to mocap animation, scrapped the first 4 levels of the game, completely recast it, got rid of Dennis Quaid and Michael Ironside, redid the voiceover, and moved continually forward from there. As we get into like the new graphics, the better physics, the multiplayer improvements, the HUD, the menu, and the music, what hasn't been changed? It's all about the focus on the quality for the user and allowing them to have a cohesive feel of the universe they'd like to explore. In the previous iteration, we were working on a steampunk-focused look, but ultimately one of the things that happens is that if I was to stop 5 of your viewers, right, and said, hey, what's steampunk? What are they going to tell me? Can they tell me the 3 successful pillars of successful steampunk design? Will they understand what the Victorian era does when it's met with rust and metal? No. So what we wanted to do is focus on where is the user really going? Well, they're going to an alternate reality that's in turmoil because of fascism. Well, what does that look like? Well, history can tell me. So we really tried to stop and focus on what exactly does that mean and how can I really bring those graphics to bear? Getting a universe that I understand and that I care about. That's where the real success in a title comes, is when you really feel that this here is the Timeshift universe. And I can understand why this is different than something else and what brought it to bear.
What have you changed about the main character?
Honestly, the last main character was awesome for a game to be released in 1997, right? And so what we wanted to do as we focus on it is we noticed we overlooked one of the most fundamental things. We started to build a main character that no one could unite with, right? You need to be able to identify with this guy. So what we did was we completely refactored it. You now, as the player, are the main character. The main character in the game has no name, no face, no identity. You don't even know if it's a man or a woman. It's about you as a player playing that character and what that comes to bear. You are now wearing the military version of that suit, an any man suit. Anybody who plays this game will be able to put themselves in this role. Because honestly, I'm a little bit sick of the World War II shooters, right? Like, I've been playing them for longer than the war lasted. Like, I'm ready for somebody to bring something fresh and new to the table, and the time control mechanics are built not as a gimmick, but at the core of gameplay as a whole. Saber Interactive has been building an engine that powers this game that's truly remarkable. Sitting down with the shadow play of the lightning hitting overhead, and it's casting real-time shadows out over the environment. Looking at the awesome particle effects that we're able to pull off as you get into a firefight, and as you actually lay in so much destruction and time slow, your view is actually cluttered by so much debris that you might consider not using your powers in order to sacrifice that power control for more visibility. And so it's about balancing these controls. You're not in God mode when you play the game. So when you come around the corner and you see wet surfaces and you see parallax mapping and decals, thousands of them, they don't go away as you shoot up the environment. AI that have the realistic look and facial expressions when you hit them and the sound effects, that's all what somebody should expect from a next generation engine, but it's about the next generation gameplay. As you use these time powers, you're not going to be in God mode. You will be punished as you progress forward, and that's why one man must wear this suit, must bear this cross to move forward using these abilities. It's not going to be an easy game.
What, in your mind, sets Timeshift apart from the rest of the competition this fall?
I think that the competition's stiff this fall. I'm a shooter fan. I know all the games that are coming out. I know what I want to play, right? I think the answer that comes with Timeshift is what is next generation really? Visually, look at the screenshots. You'll see that I'm there. What about audio? We have 5.1 surround sound music. We're getting into sound occlusion. We're doing advanced stuff with the audio. What about the actual AI? AI now that actually do flank you rather than just say that they flank you. That you can stop time, dance around behind him, bring it back on. And he's like, where did he go? And he'll start searching for you in the direction that he last saw you. Using that as a next generation step is huge. But when you get into multiplayer and you can control time in multiplayer, like, it's a whole new avenue. But I didn't want to stop there. What's really going to get users interested is that you can make your own multiplayer modes. You can customize Deathmatch to be exactly what you want Deathmatch to be. You want to add low gravity? Do it. You want to go in and change the health respawn from 45 seconds to 47 seconds because that's how into the gameplay you are? Do it. You want to get rid of your spawn camper friend who's just totally like kicking your ass for no real reason? Go do it. Go make the game the experience that you want. Take that control and let's innovate in the FPS marketplace.
So what's your favorite moment in the game?
Oh, favorite moments, like picking out which one of my children I love most. Good thing I don't have kids, so I'm going to actually pick one for you. I think that it's so overwhelming to walk into a room to see 40 guys like marching down to kick your ass, stop time, chuck out some grenades, take cover, pull out the rocket launcher, laser guide rockets up over the building so they're being attacked from behind, and they actually scatter towards you in reverse as you go ahead and then just start taking them out with melee attacks to the face as blood starts to come onto the screen. Ultimately, I think it's a pretty badass experience.
Not everyone plays games like that.
Well, you know, it's all about the firepower, right? It's a shooter. You better have shooting in it because it's called a first-person shooter.
So when can we play Timeshift?
This fall. It's going to come out to all platforms this fall, and if you have a 360, you'll understand why you have one, and if you have a PS3, you're going to take advantage, and for those of you who have been like keeping with the PC, let's go for it. And you're not going to need the most powerful machine known to man in order to play the game. It's all about giving users, hey, I spend $60 in the US, or I spend 60 euros in Europe. Fucking A, let's go have a badass time.
Thank you very much for your time.
Dude, good to see you guys as always. Great to meet you.
Around to